I was about to say I was wearing this same fucking shirt as yesterday, but I washed it. I didn't even realize it yet. It was full.
I've done that before too.
It's clean. I don't give a fuck really.
Yeah, who cares, man?
What you been
Nothing
up to, man?
matters. Yeah, I haven't really been getting a whole lot of sleep.
Oh, boy, thinking about this.
Yeah, just thinking about it and researching it and watching videos and
Yeah,
just
it'll
like
hook you, man. But that might be how you start seeing shit, man. I mean, I was just thinking earlier, like, fuck. I guess I've got video evidence now that I'm an experiencer. You know, there's no hiding it now. Like shit. I'm in it. You know what I mean? I never thought this would happen to me in a million years. I wasn't even interested. I mean, I've always loved like sci-fi movies and like comic book movies and shit.
yeah.
Um, Man, I was talking to this dude. I can't name him. He was the guy that was holding the laser pointer over at Chris's house in those
hmm
videos.
Yeah.
Man, I talked to him for hours, and like we talked about quantum physics and like emotions and frequencies. Like playing a role in the orbs and stuff. And I mean, like we were on the same page for a lot of stuff. And what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I told him how like after I got to the car accident, I got into quantum physics, kind of off and on to like the whole consciousness, mind over matter shit. But the
Yeah, and
main
like
thing I did,
thinking about something and changing the way it reacts just by thinking of it.
yeah, well, I mean everything that you do, like even even like the thoughts that you have, literally, it's a ripple effect out into the universe. And I don't know where else I got all this shit. Maybe it was downloads. I don't know. Like I've had people tell me this, but like seriously, like think about like a thought, like literally a thought, like the clothes that you're wearing or this phone. It was a thought at one time. It was somebody had to manifest it into reality. They had to put forth like that action and intention and stuff. And like it's literally like you're collapsing that moment in time. Like you're drawing your energy to that point in time that you're focusing on.
Right.
Because literally because you got these frequencies coming through you, but you're like whenever you do something, you're literally like changing reality to go into that direction. But like even the thoughts that you have, they have an effect on reality and they have an effect on you because they can produce these chemicals and stuff in the body. Like whenever you get these electric impulses in your brain and shit, literally like you have positive thoughts and stuff, it makes you feel better. You feel more energized. Time feels like it's going by quicker. And whenever you're thinking negatively, just it really affects you like every single second. Like I mean, it'll make you feel depressed and like you just have less energy. You're not productive. So like literally, even the thoughts that you have every second, it's like you're putting a ripple out in the time, even if you're not
Yep.
saying you're doing it, because you're putting a ripple through your body. I don't know. That's just the way that I look at it. It makes sense to me. And I was talking to that dude the other night, and we were like on the same page about it. It made me feel good.
Yeah, that's why I like talking to you because like I said before, the things that you say are things that I would say if I was in your stage, like if I was in your shoes. Like I never thought this would happen to me and I was skeptical before all this. Like those are all things I would say totally.
Dude, I thought I was going crazy for a little bit. I really did. Like I even told Chris in one of those videos whenever he said for me to give a prayer of thanks. Um, like I just sent a little prayer and I said, thank you for my connection, his family, because I don't know how to wrap my head around this shit. Because when I first started experiencing it, man, I'm sitting there wondering, like, am I thinking too much about this? Am I thinking that I'm seeing something that's really not there? But then all these weird synchronicities and premonitions and dreams coming true. It's like, I don't know, things just started. It's like the universe is literally pulling me in this direction. And I don't know, I think that's happening to everybody just in waves. That's the way I feel. I feel like this is spreading. Like this phenomenon, it's waking people up at a rate where it's not everybody all at once. So there's not this mass panic. People are freaking out, committing suicide. I don't know, like I hear a lot of people that say, like I just started watching that unidentified celebrity show. I heard you talk about with Demi Lovato. Man, like
Yeah, oh
I
yeah.
don't it's an entertaining show though, you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying like she drives me crazy sometimes. Um, there was a chick on there saying, "Oh, we can handle it. We're all ready for a trip." Like, no, we like a lot of people are, but I know a lot of people, especially here in like the South where I'm at, like the Bible Belt,
Yeah.
dude. It's like me and you. We think the same thing. Like it could bring all the religions together,
Oh yeah.
but other people don't understand that. And it's just like, oh no, this is a change we don't want. Like, and they're just going to refuse to believe it. And I think if it was just in everybody's face all at once, people flip the fuck out. They start questioning their life and their religions and everything. And you know, shit,
Yeah, I think everything would be pulled together because
I do too. I don't think religion was ever meant to divide people. I think governments and corrupt people did that. I
right,
think
and
all religions are supposed to just be about knowing that there's God or something bigger than us. You know, it's
Yep.
not about like you do this way, or you're gonna suffer in hell for the rest of your life and burn. You know, that's like tactics to scare people and put them in and control them. You know,
yeah, and the thing is like religions 99.9% of the the chance that religions were from ETs and aliens is pretty high as far as I'm
yeah,
concerned.
there's a big influence on it. Yeah, but like I think these beings are just like they're so consciously advanced that they are aware that there's a spirit in everything. Hold on,
Yeah.
just a second. I got somebody.
problem. All right, no problem. Hopefully it's not the Men in Black.
That's my roommate.
Every time you say there's somebody at the door, I'm thinking Men in Black are showing up.
Oh man, shit. Especially after them videos with that fucking helicopter, man. Look, I'm going through some shit right now though. I just started trying to open up to a couple of my family members. Like one of my family members believes it 100%. Like one of my little sisters, but she's just like, what's the point? What she's telling me like how's that gonna change your life or something? I'm thinking like, what the fuck do you mean how's it gonna change my life? Like it's changed every fucking week. I'm trying to tell her like, Kaylee, think about this. This is the biggest story of all time, literally, like of our species. Like seriously.
Right. That's funny because one of my friends, he kind of believes it. I mean, he's like, yeah. I mean, I kind of believe it. I understand that this is happening, but like, what's it matter? Like, why is it going to change your life?
That's exactly what my sister said. And I think it's just because in her head, she doesn't want change. She just wants to keep going with her family. And I told her, I said, kid, I think it's about expanding our awareness, like our conscience. And I said, it's going to change everything. And I told her, I said, it's coming. Like, I feel it's coming. I've had people tell me it's coming, that in the next 2 or 3 years, everybody's going to know. And I see it happening, man.
Dude, if you don't think it's coming, watch Spaced. I just watched a Spaced Out Radio episode from a year ago. It looked like it was from 20 years ago.
Right.
Like, it looked so old. Dave had hair down to his shoulders, and
yeah, I saw that with Ben and Joe. Where I didn't even recognize the brother Dave, man. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like some hair metal band singer?
I was like, man, this is back when they first started. And I look and it said 1 year. I'm like, oh my god, so much has changed in a year. It's unbelievable.
Look how much is blowing up though. And like I seen somewhere that in the past year alone, sightings have increased 20%. Like really? just in this like 2020, 2020. Oh shit, dude, that's 320s. I just thought about that, man. 20% holy shit. That's synchronicity right there, man. Shit.
You want to hear another synchronicity? I just heard that has something to do with that. Ryan was saying on the podcast on that episode I was listening to that the negative things that happen, like the negative reactions with these entities, is about 20%. The good interactions are about 80%. He said that's just like a natural rule of nature. He said the 80-20 rule is just like a natural thing that occurs in nature all the time. So the fact that 80% of them are good reactions and 20% are somewhat negative.
Yeah, I believe it, man. I mean, I believe there are some of these beings, these entities. There probably is bad ones, man. I'm sure because there's good and bad humans. You know what I mean? So like, I'm sure that there is, but but I don't want to attract that shit in my life. That's why I don't even look into that. I mean, like I've read a little bit about it here and there. Like I looked into the whole reptilian thing. Like I don't know, like maybe it's true. I've heard credible people say that the reptilian thing is true, and that there's actually some good reptilians. But I don't know if it is true. Like the evil demonic shit, I just want to stay away from that because I don't want to put that shit in my head and attract
I'm the same
something.
way. I'm the same way. Yeah, I've got a friend that is trying to get me involved in that stuff because he wants me to be educated on it, and I'm like, I don't even know if I want to be educated on it. I don't want to even spend time thinking about the negative stuff.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like I've looked into it a couple of times, and then some of the shit I heard was like, I'm like, damn, if that's real, that's fucking Dude, that's demonic. That's probably where demons come from and shit like that. Because I've heard
Yeah.
like this like horrible shit, like drinking blood and babies and stuff, like just evil, sick ass shit. And I'm like, man, like if it is real, I hope the good ones fucking kick their ass and get them out of here, man. Like or something, you know, like or the angels and the higher extra dimensional, they just need to come wipe them the fuck out.
Hey, dude,
I
if
don't know.
80% are good and 20% are bad, it sounds like the good are winning.
Yeah, well, you know what? I just thought you could, dude, you should pull this up on the YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Type in, I think it's Iran, Iran UFO. I think he was like the security space. So, God, he was what's it called? My mind.
Oh,
So
I
he's
think
the
I know
guy,
what you're.
the Iranian guy. I think it's Iran, but he's like
He's
on
a-
his death. He's been working for the Secretary of Defense or Space, you know, something for
Yeah.
NASA, not NASA, but Iran. And he's on his deathbed and he straight up said it. There's like at least 42 species that have visited Earth that they're aware of, and that most of them are good, but there are some that are not. But most of them are working with us. And he also says some crazy shit like American government has been making deals with them, and that they have fucking what do you want to call it, like bunker type things, like underground layers on Mars, where like some of these like American people have actually are going over there like right now. I mean, it's a little out there, but then again, man, dude, he's been working with the Iranian government for I think 15 years, man. Can you pull that up?
I'm trying. I'm like typing a bunch of keywords in, but
Type in
can't find
UFO Iran news. Iran, yeah, I believe it was Iran. I think it's Secretary of Defense, Space Intelligence. I think that's the other thing. It was two of them. It's like Secretary of Defense, Space Intelligence. Then the Canadian Minister of Defense said the same fucking thing almost, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's so crazy because I've heard this so many times, and I've heard his name a couple times, and I can't think of it now that I'm trying to think of it.
Dude, people should hear shit like that and pay attention, man. Like, why the fuck would somebody who's like top of the government over in Iran, and that's like a big, you know, nuclear weapons country, people just like dismiss, oh, he's just the old man going crazy, blah blah blah. Like,
Right.
The Canadian Minister of Defense says the same fucking thing, you know. I mean, to me, people should pay attention to shit like that. I do because I've seen this shit.
Here, I'll show you what I'm what I'm looking at here. I can't find it.
But shit,
Commander of Space Intelligence.
My bad. I was wanting to ask about you though, man. I didn't mean to start talking about myself and shit.
Oh no, I don't mind. I just, like I told you, I just want to talk to somebody else that is on the same level.
Yeah. I think it was
or close to it.
Yeah. Was it that? It was that one that said UFO up there, but I believe. I think you might have passed.
Dismantle CIA spy network.
Just say UFO.
Here, I'll do.
I have it on my YouTube if you want me to send it to you real quick.
Yeah, or if you just know his name. I can't think of the guy's name.
Wait, go up to the one that had George, or go up to the one that had Donald Trump. Go up.
Oh, right, Israelis.
Yes, that one. Click that. It's Israel. Damn, I was saying
exist, and President Trump knows about it. That's according to Israel's former space security chief. In an interview with an Israeli newspaper, he said the aliens have been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are. NBC News chief global correspondent Bill Neely explains this one.
Hi, Alison. Well, this is quite a story, and it comes from the man who headed Israel's space security program for nearly 30 years. Hayam Eshed is making the extraordinary claim that the United States and Israel have been in contact with a group of aliens for years, not immigrants, but extraterrestrials. He has called them the Galactic Federation of Aliens. And
the Galactic Federation.
Is aware of the existence of these aliens and had been on the verge of revealing their secrets, he claims.
What was that?
Sounds like some shit from Star Trek.
Yeah.
That's shit, man.
But was asked not to do so by the Federation in order to prevent what he calls mass hysteria. Well, the retired general says the US and Israel have kept it from the public because, quotes, humanity isn't ready and the aliens don't want to reveal themselves until humanity can evolve, he says, and understand what space really is. The good news is that he claims an agreement has been reached between the US government and the aliens, a contract to do experiments here. There's also, he says, a secret underground base on Mars where there are American and alien representatives. Now, this former head of a branch of Israel's defense ministry is 87. He was very well respected, at least until now. And he said all this in an interview with an Israeli newspaper in Hebrew, but it's really taken off after parts of it were published in English by the Jerusalem Post today. He says he's come forward now in the hope that his news will be accepted as true. He notes that if he'd made these claims 5 years ago, he would have been hospitalized, but now he says, I've got nothing to lose.
That's crazy.
Yeah, people don't pay attention to shit like this, man. Fuck.
I think I'm frozen.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't see you.
Let me do that's weird. I'm not moving. Well, I'm not sure what you're supposed to do when this happens. Turn the camera off.
Wait, I see something. It's an orb, man. It's an orb.
Yeah, did you see that? That's the picture on the left-hand side. That's that picture that we paused right at that certain frame.
Dude.
I set it as my profile picture for
Really?
StreamYard.
Hey, that's an actual entity, man. Shit, that's cool.
I don't
That's
know
funny.
why I'm not moving. Man, this is froze up. Let me leave. I don't know if I can do that, but I'm gonna try to leave and come back.
Okay, yeah, it might not work. Are we live right now? I mean, I don't
Yeah,
care.
we are live on. I mean, sort of like I told you, it's live on YouTube to record it, but it's set to private, so nobody can actually come in here and see this.
Oh, okay.
But I need to figure out why my camera's stop.
Well, you're up. You're loading. Nope. Let me leave and jump back in or something. I don't know. Shit, actually, I'm gonna have to get off here in a minute. Actually, I gotta meet my landlord real quick.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll work anyway because I can try to end this and see if it'll work when we come back.
Yeah, I don't remember everything we talked about, but you can post that up if you want to. It's up to you.
All right. Yeah, it didn't seem like it was too bad. We didn't give too
Yeah.
much away.
How about Sev, my landlord Sev Talk? I think I told you she's gonna be on either UFO Garage or Spaced Out Radio.
Okay.
Told William earlier this was actually her idea. She wanted me to get on there with her, and I don't know if she meant for the whole show or part of it, but be on there and talk about me, how I got in contact with MUFON. I was a skeptic, and I kind of thought I was going crazy for a little bit. But now I've got video. I've got fucking evidence now. I've got videos of me with Chris and Homeboy.
Okay,
It's crazy,
there's
man.
a very big orb.
I'm gonna see if I can. Yeah, my camera's just not working. Huh.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy, man. I was just there, and then the video with the fucking helicopter that comes to, bro, that blew my mind, man. And that shit was low too, man.
Yeah.
And you can see the orb is in front of the trees right there, dropping down.
Yeah, this is why this video gets me, is because it's in front of the trees.
Man, it's real, bro. I was over there, and I'm telling you, seeing it in person is so much different too, man.
Really?
Like some of those, some of the lights I was seeing were orange, but I was using a night vision thing anyways. But
Right.
still, even then, just like looking at it, it just disappeared just like that. It's crazy.
That's nuts.
Play the next video now with the fucking Blackhawks came out there.
Oh
It's
yeah, let
crazy.
me see if I can find that one real quick.
That was right after this video, I believe.
That
Yeah.
was right. Okay, let me see. If it was
Yeah.
this one.
That had to have been right after I was there because that guy that I was talking to.
Oh, it wasn't this one.
That's one of my videos right there.
Let's see. Wonder if I didn't download that one.
I think it was the last video I sent to you on Facebook, I believe. Dude, I sent you like 10 of the videos I got. There was more than that, but not all of them turned out very great. Like the one that goes by where it kind of like lights up and glows.
Yeah.
In real life, man, that one like fucking sizzled, man. That's the one I told you, like it sparked. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like a star going across and it just lit up, and there was an airplane below it.
Damn. Yeah, it's cool when the planes are in there because you can see the perspective that it's not a plane.
Yeah. You can't find that video. Yeah,
I'm
Black
trying
Rock.
to, but when I'm on the spot, it's it's hard. But I'm going through all the videos. Does it look like one that you took from another phone?
No, it's the very last video. It looks like the one you just played, but you see an orb higher up in the sky. Should be the very last one I sent you. If not, I can send you again real quick.
The last one you sent me was the one from your porch.
Oh shit. Okay, then it's the
Now my
shit.
computer's freezing up. Dude, the weird thing is when I was trying to look at these videos on my phone froze up. And now
Yeah,
my
okay.
computer's froze up.
Oh, the whole thing is.
No, just the window that has the videos on it. Okay, now it's opening back up.
I just sent you that video.
Okay.
It's still on there.
This is crazy. This computer's brand new and it's like the fastest one Mac makes right now. And it's froze. I can't get this window to close.
It's probably my phone being hacked or some shit, man. I don't know.
That's what I was wondering. I didn't want to say it because my phone was acting weird.
Yeah, my phone's been acting weird for a little bit, actually. For like a few weeks now.
If I could get this window to close, I could open your other one, but it will not. Here, I'm going to quit Messenger. It won't even do that.
They got me, man.
This is weird.
You're right, Men in Black.
Like I'm hitting the X button and it's not closing. And then when I go to move the window, it won't move. It's not moving at all.
Oh, shit.
And your message is behind it. So I can't get to the Messenger. I'm trying to force quit and it won't do that either. This is weird. Come on, government.
Crazy shit.
Give me my computer back.
Like,
Here, I'll at least share what I'm doing so that you can see. Like, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Now look.
What the fuck?
And I'm trying to.
It's because I sent you that video, man. That's what it is. I don't want people to see that shit. That's the orb that was assault my balcony.
And look, like when I try clicking on these, nothing's working.
Oh man, they don't want people to see the video with the helicopter. That's some shit.
That's probably what it is.
Is that it right there? You can't play it anyways, can you?
No.
Damn.
Is this it?
I think so, yeah. Can you make a big screen?
No.
Or if you kept the volume up?
I just saved it to my. Okay, now it's gonna work because I saved it to my downloads and now it's on my computer. So I'll bring StreamYard back up.
Dude, that shit looks like it's put me in a trance, man. Fucking windows within the windows.
And now I should be able to go to share video. And it's this one right here.
It has an orange, white glow.
That took long enough to figure that out.
Sometimes it gets darker. Towards the reddish, orange, pink.
Oops.
Sometimes they're just solid white.
In front of the tree right there.
It's glowing even
Yeah.
brighter.
That's awesome.
And it's heading towards the moon. Thank you.
He's the real deal, man. So I hope just over there.
Buddy, he's steady.
I'll see you now.
Chasing something.
Did you see me before?
Hear a helicopter coming. Fort Bragg State is right close to me, so they often come right over. I've seen them hovering here.
Here comes the helicopter.
Literally right over. If it gets dim like that.
What's that?
The orb dims out right there. Literally right over his fucking house. It starts to get dimmer.
Oh yeah.
You knew the helicopter was coming.
Huh.
Right over his fucking mouth. Dude, you know that's not offensive.
That's got a spotlight on it too. It looks
It's a
like.
fucking black coffee. It's a black coffee.
That's crazy.
And right along with the direction the orb is.
Crazy shit. It's wild, isn't it, man?
Yeah, dude. I don't know what to think about it. And
Crazy shit.
that so podcast episode, and man,
Oh, the regression.
yeah, yep. Chris Senior's regression.
Why didn't they put any of that in the fucking documentary? You know what I mean? Like that's all they put like the silliest shit in there, or at least it sounded silly unless you knew the context of it. But about him saying that they let their kids play in his yard because that, you know, the little glass skin beings or whatever.
Yeah.
From what Chris Jr. told me, he thinks that, or I guess he's heard from other people that they believe the little glass skin beings that they described, that's like containment suits for them. I guess the younger ones or something. And that's how they operate in this dimension or on this frequency or some shit, you know?
Yeah, they said that he said their eyes are red and their skin is in like a glass-like suit, and that's what protects them.
Yeah.
While they're here.
Did Ryan say that too?
Yeah, I think it actually came up in the regression, but yeah, Ryan did say it too.
Oh shit! I didn't know it was an regression. Chris Jr. told me that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just keep bringing these videos up. I wish my camera would work, but the government doesn't want it to. So
I had to re-record all of my videos from another phone because that phone, for some reason, wouldn't let me share any of the fucking videos. I don't know why, man. I don't know if the original owner deleted him from his, because he did say he was going to put him in a drive or something like that.
yeah,
The guy had sent me those videos, his camera, but I couldn't share them with anybody. Couldn't do nothing to them. So I still had them on my gallery on my phone. So I literally had to take a separate phone. That's like what I went through to get those videos to be able to show them to y'all. And yeah, I just record them from another phone.
So do you, now that you kind of know this all exists and it's real, do you feel any differently about like Bigfoot or anything, any other
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a coincidence, man. A synchronicity. I was just thinking about cryptids right before I got on the phone with you, man.
Really?
I haven't gone too much into that, man, really. But I thought Bigfoot was silly as fuck before, but now I've heard that it could be an extra dimensional or a spiritual being. That would make so much more sense to me, to be honest. That would explain that make more believable. And I've seen orbs materialize from nothing, you know, and so I guess it's possible. And I've had people tell me some really convincing stuff, you know, like I don't know, I never thought I'd believe in that, but I don't know much about the other cryptids. Like, what else is it? Like, I don't know nothing about dog, man. I just started hearing about that. I've heard of
Yeah, me too.
I've heard of them often, man, but like maybe they are just like extra dimensional beings or whatever, you know. What else is there? So like Sasquatch.
There's like the skinwalkers. That's kind of like what that white entity looked like that we saw.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was that white entity in the picture. You mean?
Yeah.
I think that's like one of those actual light beings that Chris saw. I think that's just like their form, like the energy of them. To be honest, like the like not their actual form, but just like their essence, I guess. You know?
Yeah. Huh. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Part of that podcast I was just listening to, I think it was Ryan was talking about how there was a light being in front of Chris Senior, and it was like moving super fast, and it moved fast enough to create like the shape of a like a humanoid.
Oh, yeah. I think he said his name was Michael with the angel.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And it started going up and down and vibrating and shit like a Beelzebub's pond. I was just over there. I was thinking about that when I was over there looking at that pond. Yeah, man. That's what makes me think that like angels, they're real. I think angels are just like
aliens.
Extra. I think they're more like an extra dimensional though, and not straight up an alien from another planet.
Right.
I think they're just the highest dimension, to the point where there's pure consciousness, I mean, I could be wrong about that, but that's kind of what makes sense to me,
I think, and I don't know, I could be wrong, but I think part of the regression, he did say that they called themselves alien. Like they told him that they were alien, or I'm sorry, angels.
Yeah. Or I guess what we've interpreted as angels, like one and the same. Yeah. I think they all probably like, what we hear about like as angels that they talk about. I just don't think that an angel is what people expect it to be. But, think about it being pure light though, an angel, they come, they're light beings pretty much if you think about it.
Yeah, and everybody says that when you die, you see a really bright light, brighter than anything they've ever seen.
Yeah, I think that I think they. I can't. Here's the thing, like Chris, and like I don't mean any disrespect to him or his family, but I think that they all think that it's just the light beings, and that's it. I mean, I definitely think all this stuff they're talking about is real, but I think I can't dismiss everybody else. Like I talked to Calvin Parker on the UFO Garage with Big Willie. And, everything that he's saying, it sounds out there, but you can tell the guy's talking honestly. He's talking from the heart. And you can just pick up that vibe. And he encountered a gray being and little robot machine looking things. I think they're just all different types of stuff, and maybe we work our way up this, dimensions or something. And maybe like the light beings that Chris saw, they're the ones that are closest to the source, you know what I mean? Like, God or, just whatever you want to call it. I feel like we just go through reality and then eventually we get to that state where we're like a light being maybe, and then we go back to the source, or that's like what maybe heaven is. I have no idea,
Yeah, that's what Ryan said, actually. He said you live until you can't anymore or something like that, and then you go back to the light. Like you turn back into a light being.
Really? I need to listen to a lot of Bledsoe sets, but not all of them. But yeah,
that's episode 9.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the way that I've been feeling. So I guess I don't know. Maybe that's my intuition. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that you've said, I've been like, I can relate to. Like I've felt the same way before, or I do still feel the same way. So it's funny that there's a lot of synchronicities lining up.
Yeah, I'm not going to be the one to tell anything is real. Well, I will say this. I know for a fact that the whole UFO thing and the orbs are real and that they're intelligent. I know that for a fact now. Nobody can tell me it's not. I've got fucking videos of it now. I'm not going to say I know exactly what it is, though. But I do theorize and try to make the best sense of it that I can. But I don't think anybody's ever going to know all the answers to this shit, Not in this lifetime, or I don't know.
Do you know if Chris knows why they show up as like a light being here as an orb, but then they can also can they just manifest themselves into anything that they want to look like?
He's seen them turn into solid objects before, like turn into actual craft before, man. They literally go from light into solid craft. Like he showed me pictures of like solid metallic orbs and said that the balls of light can change instant. And that got me thinking, do you remember what me and you were talking about with the whole frequencies and the sacred geometry? And maybe that's how they materialize these craft, because the craft is organic. It's got a DNA to it. It's literally organic. And like me, I try to think like how would that be possible, but they're just like so intelligent they can somehow use their conscious, frequencies, and like with vibrations and sacred geometry and all this shit, they can somehow materialize shit, because sacred geometry is inside it. It's in everything. Everything that exists has sacred geometry. And if you could change like frequencies and these vibrations, you literally it alters it. I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of it in my head.
Yeah, just like that sand thing that we saw with the vibration, like the sound frequencies changing the sand into different shapes.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe I don't know. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if they could just do that same thing, but not only with sand, but just with every element in the universe.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you could just create anything you wanted.
Yeah. Or whatever energy that those orbs are made out of. Maybe it's that energy combined with the frequency, sacred geometry and shit, vibrations. I'm just theorizing shit. I was trying to wrap my head around it for so long. Like, how can the metal be working? You know, how can it have a DNA to it? It makes no sense to me. But
Right.
on that theory, you know, kind of made a little bit more sense. I'm still just
Man.
theorizing.
Oh yeah, I could do the same thing. I could sit and theorize all day. Just with a little bit of information, I could just branch out. That's kind of what I was doing driving home. I'm listening to this podcast and I'm just like putting puzzle pieces together. I'm like, oh, that's why that's like that, and that's why people see this, and
Yeah,
it was
I
all
think
coming together.
I think everybody is about to know here soon. If you look for it, it's expanding. Like, people are starting to wake up to it. I just think, I don't know. I think it
Yeah,
might be.
doesn't it? Yeah, it seems like they're like the entities are opening themselves up to more people too,
Yeah,
way
seems
more
like
than
so.
they have before.
Definitely. I mean, damn, look, fucking Demi Lovato, the singer, she's got a show about it. Dude, she had a deciding on the show, man. That
Really?
was legit, yeah, that was legit, and it looked real. I started watching it, and like I said, I do not care for Demi Lovato. She drives me fucking crazy sometimes, to be honest. I don't get you get in trouble on your show, but
Yeah.
no, people don't care about that. But no, the show's entertaining for what it is. I mean, people don't care about talking shit about her, you know.
Right.
I don't think,
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
care.
think Demi Lovato's fans are gonna come and watch your show and start bashing you.
Yeah, they're probably not gonna stay on my show for too long.
But yeah, she there's like a part where she was on a beach. I think it was in California, and they're doing some shit with lasers, man. And they did a meditation, like a C5 meditation, and something like shot across the sky, and it looked like, I mean, it looked legit. It really did.
It looked like one of the ones that was in that video that I saw from Chris.
Yeah, kind of similar. I mean, this one looked more kind of like a craft, though, but it shot across the sky, and when it did a straight line, you know, like it curved, and
Oh,
you know, it was definitely in the sky, and it didn't look like the footage was, you know, altered at all, or anyway, whatever the word is.
and it sounds funny, but I keep going back to I think it was the Santa Claus 2 or 3 or one of them. It wasn't the original one, but I think it was the second one where Santa's sleigh crashes, and the only way he can get it off the ground is if people believe in him.
Yeah, you're just gonna believe. That's
And
it
it's
sounds cheesy, man. It sounds cheesy, but it's the frequencies, I guess, man.
Yeah.
That's the only way to think of it.
maybe
I've
the
heard
more I was gonna
Sorry, go
say
ahead.
maybe the more people that believe in him, the more that they'll show up, and we're just on we're just on a climb right now, like a steady climb of people believing it and them showing up.
I think it's happening right now, and I think like it's gonna start happening to people without them even realizing it. Kind of like it happened to me. I think people are just gonna start noticing it, catching on, and slowly just gonna spread out. And then I don't know what happens after that, man. I don't know. I've heard that we're headed to the age of Aquarius. That's what I keep hearing,
Yeah.
and from multiple people now, not just Chris. Like, I started hearing that from other people before I heard it from Chris. The whole 5D thing that they talk about,
Yeah.
or like think about in the Bible, like Jesus talks about 1,000 years of peace. And dude, even Chris told me like the Revelation thing, like it's not like this apocalyptic doomsday type thing that, you know, they made it look like it is in the Bible. And
Yeah.
I really believe that. And I think we're going through that rough patch right now before we get to that, you know, age of Aquarius.
Yeah.
I
That totally
think
makes sense.
I think age of Aquarius is consciousness, you know, just expanded awareness. And I really do believe that, because I look at kids today, like on these smartphones and tablets, and like we were talking about the other day, their brains are already like sponges, and now they're getting instant knowledge like in the palm of their hand. So, you know, I think it's making their brains develop faster. And honestly, I think we got the internet from reverse engineer technology. I really do.
Yeah, that
And if
makes total sense to me.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't say that to you already at the beginning of this conversation, did I? I was just talking to somebody else about that, about the whole kids' brains being like sponges.
No, you didn't say that to me yet.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've been talking to a lot of people here.
No, that's fine. I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was driving home, and I'm just like, man, I can't even imagine being Josh. He's probably seen so many things, and he's trying to get so much like stuff off his mind, and I don't know. I was channeling you driving home.
Yeah, it's weird, man. I mean, it's cool as hell to be honest, but then at the same time, it can be stressful and isolating. And I'm thinking about how to tell my family and friends about this, or do I just go on my life like act like none of this is happening and let them figure out on their own somehow? I don't know.
I mean,
Uh,
there's some evidence like the orbs that don't go in front of the trees. You could just say those are airplanes or something. But the one, like, I don't know. There's some videos you showed me that you just can't. They
like the
just are
orbs.
fake.
Oh yeah, man. We got lasers and some of them go different directions and they stop. Like some of the ones we have with the lasers, they'd be like going and then they'll stop.
Yeah.
They were everywhere. I was only there for an hour and a half, and like we had like 15 of them. I didn't even put up all the videos that I got because some of them just weren't as good. It's not like seeing it in person, but especially those ones where you see the orbs come down like
Mhm.
low to the ground in front of the trees and shit. Like you can't fake that shit. I mean, I was there. I've seen it. Nobody can tell me it's not real.
Right.
I know it's fucking real, and I know they're intelligent.
And Ryan said that his dad's got thousands of videos on a hard drive.
Yeah, he does.
Thousands.
He does. He's not exaggerating either.
And it's not like he goes home and sits there and does 3D rendering and he's a computer genius or anything.
He's got thousands of fucking like he showed me. He pulled the thing, started scrolling through it, and there's just thousands. He sees them every week, sometimes like every day. I mean,
Mhm.
he keep up with it. I mean,
Yeah,
I just got to the point where I'm starting to lose count of the orbs that I've seen.
yeah. I mean, in order for him to fake all the videos that he's putting out almost on a daily basis, he'd have to live with a 3D rendering engineer or something. I mean, they're
He's
just not that type of family at all.
Trust me, he's not. I swear on everything I love. I really don't even care if people fucking believe it anymore, man. Dude, I went there and within 10 minutes, he said before we even left it, he could feel it. Like before we walked out, right whenever it got dark, he said he sensed it. He said, I know we're going to see stuff. And it
Wow.
was less than 10 minutes. He went out there and said a little prayer, and first a couple of them popped up, and then the one went by that you could see in the video where it lights up, and then we all get excited for a minute. And there's an
Yeah.
airplane. There's an airplane below it in that video, and you can't see. I've got another video where you can see that they form a triangle. I might have sent that to you. It's really hard to see, but that first orb that lit up, the one where we all got excited, it's going and it stops above two other orbs that form a perfect fucking triangle, man.
Wow.
They stayed like that, like almost the whole time that they were all out there. Perfect
Man.
fucking. I mean, you can't.
Yeah. I want to just put like a triangle on my truck and drive it around or something with a triangle on the side, just to be like, hey, I'm on your side. There seems to be like a triangle on every I don't know, on a lot of different UFOs.
I think it's the father, the mother, like a lot of people said, the Holy Ghost. And I told Chris this, like what I thought about it, and he agreed with me. He said it a little bit differently, but he said, I know exactly what you're saying, Josh. And he said, that's right. I told myself, I believe that like the father part of the Holy Trinity is just like God, like God, the consciousness of the universe or whatever. And the son or the mother is like nature, like the spirit that runs through that energy, just runs through everything, like not just like nature here, but just through the whole universe. There's energy that connects everything.
Yeah.
And the sun part of it is us, like humans, or us conscious beings that are actually going through time and making a difference and putting these ripple effects out. But really it's all one and the same, because we're part of that too, because that energy that's inside of us is also inside of everything in nature and inside the whole universe. We're all connected, literally. And even if you think of the Big Bang, it says all the energy was all compressed at one point at the beginning of time, and then it just exploded out. It's going outwards infinitely in every direction. Well, that would mean that at one time we were all connected at one point. So we're still infinitely connected, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's just the way that I look at it. But I mean, I don't think the Big Bang happened like that. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it did. Maybe that's when God said, "Let there be light." But I know it wasn't that simple,
Right. Yeah, there's always been stuff about the story, like the stories that you hear in the Bible and everything that I don't know. You take each story with like a grain of salt and take away from it what you most. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I get what you
There's
mean.
like pieces of each story that you can take away, and some things that just don't make any sense, and maybe they're just metaphors.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of it's kind of like symbolic or metaphorical. Like there's truth in it, but you can't take it too literal. 'Cause for one, people didn't speak anything the way that we speak now. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
look, it's like in the English language. Look at people who spoke English like 200 years ago. You barely understand them because the dialects change and languages evolve. So yeah, I think there's like truth in the religious texts and stuff, but things just get twisted over time and shit. But I do think that we've lost touch with our spiritual nature, and most people have. And maybe that's why this is happening right now with these things revealing themselves to people, you know.
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
think so. This would be a good time for it.
Yeah, definitely. I think we need it. I think that's what this is all about, just realizing that there's something bigger than us and expanding our awareness, our conscious, you know.
Yep, absolutely.
I have to jump off, but I think my landlord's about to be here.
Yeah, no problem, dude. We did 45 minutes, so I appreciate you hanging out with me.
No problem, man. You can post that up if you want.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, see you, Josh. So yeah, my camera is still frozen for some reason, so I'm gonna have to figure out why that happened and do whatever I can to prevent that from happening again, because there's no reason why that should have happened. So I apologize for that. But yeah, Josh and I were just hanging out on Messenger talking about the Bledsoe Said So podcast, episode number 9, where they actually read the whole transcript of Chris Bledsoe Sr.'s regression that he had. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you check that out. It's Bledsoe Said So podcast, episode number 9. Actually, I'm just listening to all the podcast episodes, but the one I was referring to is episode 9. And go check them out. Subscribe to their channel, leave a like, and visit them every time they upload a new one. I believe they're experimenting with some video, like a video portion of the podcast, so that should be coming up soon, maybe. Hopefully. That'd be really cool. So, but yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, and catch new episodes of Paranormal Chop Shop, which is a podcast that I'm on with Sonny Conway. That's Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Pacific. And this Friday, we're going to have a medium on there doing readings for people that call in. So be sure to check that out. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we will talk to you next time. Peace. See you guys.